morning, everybody, and welcome to the JV Impacts Podcast. We talk about motivation, health, and life. I'm your host, Coach JV, your top health and mindset coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. It's very important to check your heart's desires, your dominant thoughts, we're going to talk about today, and then also, what are you verbalizing to the world? So there's a whole science behind this, and I'm going to continue to dive deeper and deeper and deeper into the understanding of the science of the conscious mind and subconscious mind. And it's important that you understand this, because once you start to gain an understanding of the depth of the ability that you have to be successful, you will change your whole paradigm, you will change your whole world. So let's first start by saying thank you for coming on to the JV Impacts Podcast. I'm Coach JV, the top health and mindset coach in the world. And if this is your first time on the podcast, I want to say welcome to the JV Impacts Podcast. If you haven't joined our online program, go to www.3tmethod.com. And if you also want a free copy of my book that I just wrote, the 3T Method, gives you the whole breakdown and the science behind it, go to www.3tmethod.freebook.com. That way you can read everything. It gives you all the secrets and the 3 secrets that I use to help people change their life, mind, body, and soul around the physical part, but you're watching the podcast to go into the mental part. Now, it's so important, as I talk about in my program, you always got to get your mind right before you take flight, and today we're going to talk about your dominant thought. Now, really talking about this, but really understanding at a deeper level, what does it mean? We talked about your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, right? So your conscious mind, your thinking mind, is 10%. That's what you touch, see, smell, your perception of reality, your short-term memory. Now, your subconscious mind is the most important part. They're both very important, but the deeper one, the one that we really need to understand how to reprogram and help ourselves move forward from this point on, is our subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is 90% of your mind. That is your addictions, your patterns, your memories, your intuition, your connection to your higher self. There's so much that is stored in your subconscious mind since you were a young child. Let's back up to being a young child. Your subconscious mind, when you're a child, is wide open. You really don't have a conscious mind. So my 3-year-old son, John, I've repeated this many, many times, if he thinks he's a superhero, he's a superhero. He doesn't have a conscious mind. He doesn't have the ability to really perceive or create a perception on what he's seen. He just believes what he believes. So young children have a subconscious mind, and they're getting constant input, constant input, constant input. And as they get older, they're going into 5th, 6th, 7th grade, all of a sudden they start to see prejudice. They start to see, this kid looks this way, or this kid's parents are this way, or maybe I grew up in this neighborhood. And they start to see things, and they start to perceive things, and their conscious mind starts to develop, and they start to develop what's called a belief system. And your belief system comes from your environment and your parents, the things that happened to you as a child. Now, you can't blame yourself. You got to start right now by saying you can't blame yourself. But what I'm about to tell you is that your dominant thought is going to become your reality. And I'm going to share with you how unbelievably powerful this is. And I'm learning and growing every single day. And sometimes I have these dominant thoughts that creep in as well, even though I practice this every day. I do my meditation, I do my breathing, I do my extreme fitness, I do all the things I need to do to keep myself in a positive state of mind. I know that the average human being has 70,000 negative thoughts a day. So let's talk about your dominant thought and what happens. Now, when you have a dominant thought, that thought is coming most likely from your subconscious mind. Now, your subconscious mind is constantly, unconsciously bringing up memories, bringing up patterns, bringing up addictions, or things that happened to you in the past, and it continues to repeat itself right in your present moment. So what you're doing is you're pulling in your past over and over again into your present moment. So now your subconscious mind has a dominant thought, right? Then it goes up in your conscious mind. Your conscious mind starts to think over and over again. Now, this is a feedback loop. Now, I'm going to walk you through the feedback loop. So you have your dominant thought that's happening in your conscious mind. It's going down to your subconscious mind, and that's probably coming from here. I say it goes back and forth the way that I look at it. Your subconscious mind may be creating the thought because of your past, maybe your circumstances, and it's bringing the programming up into your conscious mind where you're thinking about it all the time. Now, here's the problem. If it's a negative thought, your subconscious mind goes to work, and it starts reacting to your physiological body. It comes down into what I call your gut, your heart area right here. It starts to actually physiologically respond to your body. That goes out to the universe or the world, and that becomes your reality. So you're constantly saying, oh, I can't pay my bills. Oh, I can't pay my bills. Oh, I can't pay my rent. Well, guess what? Your subconscious mind is now going to work storing that programming over and over and over again, and it may be repeated programming from what your parents said, and that's responding to your vibration. It's putting out to reality, and you're actually going to get more of what you don't want. Now, the opposite is true. If your dominant thought is no matter what your circumstances are, now let's back up for a second, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between real or fake. That's science. It does not know the difference between real or fake. It cannot, imagine it can't see anything, right? It can't see what your conscious mind can see. So if you're broke per se, or you have no money in your bank account, maybe you're homeless or whatever it is, but you say over and over again, I am rich, I am wealthy, I am healthy, my bank account's full, over and over again. Your subconscious mind is like, oh, that's pretty cool. Well, we got a lot of money. So it starts to respond to your physiological body, starts to put the vibration out here, and eventually you will see a reality. Here's where the issue lies, is people are impatient. It will happen in time, but it won't happen on your time. But you have a choice, right? So why would you choose to think negative versus positive if you have a choice? Because you think that it's someone outside of yourself or the reality that's causing this, but you're actually causing everything in your reality. So I wanted to help you gain an understanding that your dominant thought will become your reality. Now here's the issue. You got to continue to reprogram your subconscious mind. Because even if you're thinking positive all the time, if you have programming that's still stuck in there, that's going to creep back up into your conscious mind unconsciously. So you have to consciously go down into your subconscious mind like we do in our fitness program here. If you haven't joined the online program, we do it at the end of every live workout. We actually take a seed and we put it into our subconscious mind and we remove negative programming. Because that negative programming, if it's still present, is going to creep up into our conscious mind, is going to be a feedback loop over and over and over again. So it's important to understand these reasons and techniques to really get us to the next level. So I want you to understand that your dominant thought today is going to become your reality. So it's very important that you follow me on this. We're going to continue to focus on this nonstop because 3T Fitness is much more than body. It is a mind, body, and soul. And I don't care what your physical body looks like if your mind's all jacked up. So that's what's fundamentally broken with fitness. We're going to work on reprogramming your subconscious mind. And when we reprogram your subconscious mind, you're going to start to see things happen in your life that you never thought was possible. Now, here's the beautiful thing about it. You're going to join a very small percentage of the population that believes this way. Most people are like drones and robots following what the news tells them. The news has been scaring you forever. The sky has always been falling. Ever since the media came out, sky has always been falling. So when are you going to stop believing the hype and start believing in yourself? It doesn't matter that the economy is going to crash. It matters what your mindset is. If the economy crashes, there's other entrepreneurial spirit or things you can do to help people when the economy crashes. It's not the crash of the economy, it's the crash of your mindset. And when your mindset crashes, your whole world crashes. So the truth is, we all have our own economy. The truth is, we all have our own life. The truth is, we have our own government going on in our head, and you decide. You decide what happens in your capital. You decide what happens in your world. You decide what happens in your life, and you decide what happens in your relationship. So let me ask you a question. What are you going to decide to think today? I love you very, very much, but damn well, don't let me love you more than you love yourself. I just dropped my pen. Dang it. I'll talk to you on Hell Tuesday. Love you guys.